Hey, what's going on, fellow captains? It's Muse. So we have a game in the Izmail on North, and it's going to end up being a Kraken, 160k damage, Highcal, Confederate, a whole bunch of good stuff. I have a friend that is very good in Russian BBs. I have a couple premium stuff like that, but this is where my Russian BBs are at. If you remember from a video or two ago, said I was working on a lot of my DDs and battleships that I've neglected to do the cruisers. On top of cruisers, I've also, I've done particular battleship lines, I've done particular DD lines. So I've been kind of playing a lot of the stuff that's been neglected. And I do have experience playing Russian battleships from my premiums. So I kind of have a good sense of what I want to do, what to expect. This game did not go to plan, but that's okay because we kind of improvised and ended up having a pretty decent game. So I ended up brawling in the Izmail in this game, and that's not a thing I normally do in my Russian battleships. I do tank a lot in my Russian battleships. I don't normally go in and start brawling. And that's what's going to end up happening in this game. So the reason for that is, you can see me, I spawned in the middle. I'm already playing it pretty aggressive by pushing in like this. But what my original game plan was to get shots over into that alpha side and help these guys on the left. That's a kind of a tough spawn to play over there on that left side because there's no real cover. Your choices are get up on the corner of that island or be out in open water. So it's a tough spawn to play, so I wanted to help those guys. Get a big hit on the Omaha right there, and then one of our teammates is going to come in and just absolutely clean that up for the first blood. And yeah, I'm already in a very aggressive position here. There you can see the DD going through. We know he sent torps, so we're going to make a turn to this left side. Get out of the way of those torps that we know are... We know they're coming, so... Let's not even pretend they're not. And that DD that just went through the gap is going to end up taking a Fubuki torp. Our Fubuki ends up catching him with a torp, so... He's going to be out of there. That's one DD off the board. There it is. Fubuki caught the Mayhan. We're gonna go ahead and blast on this New Mexico. And looking at the map, I can see Alpha has their side handled pretty well. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go around this corner. Broke both of the front guns on that New Mexico. Ended up breaking a lot of guns this game. It's just the power of the Russian guns. And so yeah, here's where I just make the choice of, okay, you know, like, this right side isn't looking too good, so let's just go up in here and see what we can do to help. Now, I'm worried about going across this gap here, that I'm going to get blasted by those two BBs to my left, but I'm trying to get my guns ready for the Normandy because I know he's going to be coming off the corner. Those guys are preoccupied over there, so I go back to focusing on this Normandy. I know he's going to be coming off this corner. I want to be ready for him. And there he is. Nice and flat, big blast. And broke a gun. Now here we have the Congo, the Leone, and the Bugatti. And I make an interesting choice here. And it's only because I have the Leone, and I know what its capabilities are, and this is not its fight. So rather than target this DD that I could very clearly blast, I'm going to go after the Bugatti. We are going to absolutely smash this Bugiani's face in. Goodbye. that hurts me as a cruiser player. So again, we're gonna pass on the chance to take that Leon. Like, I'm the one being most directly threatened by that Leone, so, you know, it's kind of my decision or not whether I want to blast him. And I don't feel very threatened by him. Knowing the capabilities of the ship, that is not a ship for, like, this close range kind of stuff that's going on right now. So we see this Congo giving us a nice, flat, beautiful... So you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna smash him out. And that has cleared this entire cap other than the Leone, which my team is about to finish before I can get shots back up. I'm not sure like what pushed those guys all into that corner over there, but we came in here to help deal with it. Now, I put a little too much lead on it for that shot right there. I'm used to the really lofty American guns, and these Russian guns, the shells get there a lot quicker. A lot quicker. Now, this Mahan makes an interesting choice. I'm not sure if he felt like he was getting chased in here, but he ends up coming in here. You can see he's at 7 kilometers now. So by the time he comes through this gap, he's at 6, and he hasn't even started to turn into the gap yet. Go ahead and knock out the other New Mexico. So yeah, he comes through the gap and he's already in spotted range. No smoke. I'm not sure what the game plan was there, if it was just a desperation YOLO, what it was. But we're gonna go ahead and finish that off. This leaves just the last 2 battleships. So yeah, I made a lot of really interesting choices this game. But it results in a pretty decent game at 160 damage. Kraken, Highcal, Confederate, like, did all the things. Just really interesting choices. I mean, it started with that aggressive push down the middle. Then that turn coming into Bravo, like, that was really aggressive. And then ended up brawling and, you know, not shooting the DD that's right there. There's our Confederate. So yeah, the reason I was comfortable with not shooting the Leone, it's a lane denial or a cap denial DD. It doesn't have very fast reloading guns. It has fast reloading torps, but it only shoots 2 of them per rack. And the torps have they're super slow, but they're long range. So what they're really good for is like sitting at the end of a lane or sitting at the edge of a cap and just spamming torps down the map so that it's deterring things from coming down that lane or going into that cap. And also, if anything does come down that lane or go into that cap, it cleans that out. And that's what that ship really excels at, and it does not excel at close quarters the way it was. So I really wasn't that afraid of it. There's the cleanup shot on Normandy. That's going to be game. That is all I have for you. Hope you appreciate my interesting choices. I will catch you next time. Good hunting, fair seas, captains. Take care. Bye.